Today, Fulton Public Schools reported federal law violations to the U.S. Board of Education. These violations came as a result of a middle school PE activity that asked students inappropriate questions. The school district says several of the questions asked violated its board policy on the surveying, analyzing, and evaluating of students. Federal law states consent is required before school districts can ask certain questions to students. These include questions that reveal information such as mental or psychological problems, sex behavior and attitudes, illegal or demeaning behavior, and religious practices. I spoke with Superintendent Jack Coward, and he said the school district is aware of their violations.
There's 8 sections of protected rights, and we probably violated 7 of those, maybe all 8, and definitely 7. And I wouldn't argue that we were clean on 8 either, but just kind of working through that. And it's basically when you ask kids in a classroom setting certain questions, you need consent of parents. And we didn't get consent.
Cowherd also said the school district is providing extra counselors at the middle schools, reviewing student privacy policies, and will be reviewing PE and health activities a week before they take place for the remainder of the year. Reporting live from Fulton, Lina Young, KOMU 8 News. Clayton Police Chief Kevin Murphy said that today Schweik's autopsy will be released at 7:30 a.m. Murphy confirmed that Clayton PD responded to the emergency call at 9:48 Thursday morning. The 54-year-old state auditor was pronounced dead a short time later. The police chief held a press conference last night and provided little new information, except to say that the investigation will be thorough and that the cause of death is likely suicide. The Missouri Department of Public Safety has revoked the peace officer license of Osage County Sheriff Michael Dixon. The revocation comes after Dixon pleaded guilty to sexually harassing a Bell police officer in July. DPS Communications Director Mike O'Donnell said in an email Dixon is not commissioned by any law enforcement agency because his license was revoked. It's not confirmed whether he lost his job, but Osage County Clerk Patrick Steele tells us he believes it will happen. Reporting live from Osage County, Lina Young, KOMU 8 News. Measles were eradicated in the United States in 2000, but the Center for Disease Control reported 644 cases in 2014. The disease is highly contagious and transferable through bodily fluids such as coughing and sneezing. There's no cure for the disease, but it is avoidable through vaccinations. The vaccination is distributed in 2 doses. I talked to Andrea Wayner at the Boone County Department of Public Health. She says the second dose is important in protecting against the measles. The second dose is usually given when the patient is between 4 and 6 years old. The first dose is given between 12 and 15 months of age. The Boone County Department of Public Health immunized 800 people last year. It's a state law that children entering kindergarten are required to have this vaccination. The Columbia Board of Education will meet here at the Columbia Public Schools Administration Building tonight at 6:30 to discuss mental health initiatives taking place in the district. One of the initiatives being discussed is the Boone County Schools Mental Health Coalition. This initiative includes 6 Boone County districts, and the goal is to increase mental health support to county schools. Nationwide, between 12% and 20% of American students are diagnosed with mental health disorders. That amounts to between 2,000 and 3,000 students in Columbia Public Schools with mental health needs. 2 Columbia hospitals received the highest statewide designation for stroke care today, Level 1. These hospitals are a one-stop shop for stroke victims from diagnosis to treatment to rehabilitation. Time is brain. That's what doctors say when treating stroke victims. The longer the stroke goes untreated, the greater the potential for brain damage. University Hospital along with Boone Hospital Center in Columbia were designated as Level 1 stroke centers today. This is the highest statewide designation for stroke care.
We are a comprehensive, state-of-the-art stroke center to provide entire stroke care under one facility.
With the ability to treat every aspect of a stroke, doctors say patients have a better chance at recovery with fewer complications.
We're able to do more complex procedures. So if someone has a clot in an artery, which caused the stroke, in addition to receiving medication, which a Level 2 hospital could do, we have the capabilities with interventionalists to go in through a catheter or a tube and actually remove the blockage.
The two Columbia hospitals are 2 of 10 Level 1 stroke centers statewide.
Time is brain, and that is the fact we can never forget. We have to get the patients to the nearest stroke center in time so we can help them out.
These hospitals are the only 2 with Level 1 designations in mid-Missouri. Last year, MU Healthcare did very well in treating stroke patients quickly. The hospital treated about 61% of eligible stroke patients in less than 45 minutes after they arrived in the emergency room. That's compared to just 24% of eligible patients in other hospitals across the country.